So, we just witnessed another historic protest this month, and the government's reaction should terrify everybody. I'm deeply worried about the direction this is heading. Well, many things are alarming right now, from the aggressive ICE raids to all the other shit, right? But this, in particular, has made me feel we're possibly at a dangerous crossroads. I'm talking about their reaction to this protest, right? 7 million people took to the streets. This is one of the largest demonstrations in US history. Again, 7 million people, that is not a small number. And the response from them, right? These people dismissed with contempt. They said, who cares? And then they shared, this disturbing content like that AI video, and they labeled the protesters terrorists. Think about that. Right? 7 million people send a clear, unified message of deep public unhappiness. Again, in any other functioning democracy, a government faced with that would at least, right, very least, try to be diplomatic. They will acknowledge the concerns, if only for show. They would tone down the rhetoric. But their response, in the middle of all this tension, was to escalate. So to me, when a government meets massive peaceful protests with open hostility, this is how major conflicts begin. I truly hope I'm wrong about that though. And they're not even hiding their most extreme authoritarian impulses anymore, right? It's all out in the open. They're embracing all this Nazi shit openly now. Just think about that. How insane is that? It feels like they're just waiting for a pretext. They're waiting for a more extreme event to happen. So something they can use to justify an open crackdown. Previous attempts to pin violence on the left haven't quite worked, but they've laid the groundwork. Now they just need a definitive excuse. I honestly believe they were disappointed that 7 million people protest was peaceful. A peaceful protest doesn't give them the justification they're looking for. I suspect they'll escalate the things that do provoke a reaction. Right? They'll go harder on the ICE raids, probably, creating more friction, fear, and desperation. Right? If any conflict breaks out from that, something happens. Right? They'll have their excuse. See, we told you the immigrants and the leftists were real terrorists. This all points to one conclusion. They believe they must stay in power no matter what. They know that if they ever lose control, they will be investigated and held accountable for all the messed up shit they've done so far. And I feel a lot of things, they've already gone too far. Right? For them, there's no turning back. This is why I fear a major conflict is on the horizon. And I desperately hope I'm wrong.